What's up, guys? So meat prep is upon us, and this is going to be a bench only meet for me. So prep is going to be a little different than usual. I've mentioned in some of my prior videos, I'm kind of using this meat as a tune-up and experimenting a little bit. And so the basic outline of the plan here is I'm going to have my first bench day on Saturdays. This is typically a squat deadlift day for me. But now, bench is going to take priority since that's what I'm competing in. So I'll be doing that first. And then I'll have a second bench day probably on Wednesday. And then I'll have, a couple lower body days in between there as well. But for benching the meat and potatoes of this, what we're going to do on the first day and both days, I'm going to use Prelepin's chart. We're going to go old school with it. So day one bench is going to be on the heavier end of the chart in terms of percentages, and then the reps prescribed. And then the second bench day is going to be on the lighter side of it. Prelepin's chart is based off weightlifters and weightlifting. However, my bench has always been pretty explosive. I think there could be some translation there. A lot of generic powerlifting templates are based off this chart anyway and have been successful. I'm at the point now where I can scale it and make adjustments on the fly as necessary. But I think following these guidelines, should put me in the ballpark anyway. So day one on bench day, we're just going to go over my bench days here. It's, again, heavier end of the chart. After that, I'm going to do slow eccentrics. The first half of prep will be Larson presses. The second half, I'll do my full bench setup and do them. And I don't know yet if I'm going to linearly periodize these or if I'm going to kind of go by feel. But they are going to get heavier as I go, of course. And then my third movement will be incline bench press, and this is going to be just, like a fluff and pump type thing. Get blood flow through the area. Not something I don't think I'm going to push very heavy. Just get some reps and, again, some blood flowing in the area. And then accessory work will be, triceps and upper back focused mostly. And probably nothing too specific there, just doing things, bodybuilder style to failure. My second bench day will be the lower percentage of the chart with the sets and reps prescribed there as my main bench movement. My secondary movement is going to be pin presses. These I probably will linearly periodize. And third, I'll do some close grip Larson presses. Again, fluff and pump type stuff, nothing too serious. For my accessory stuff here, this will be here at my office gym, so we're a little bit limited. I've got a rubber band, so I'll get some face pulls in there for sure. I may do some single arm stuff. Not quite sure yet. Still working that out as I go. And as for like squats and deadlifts during this, I'm not going to just ditch them. I'm not going to push them hard either. I'm going to focus on, very clean, fast, forceful reps with good technique. I've almost talked myself into not pulling from the floor at all, maybe just using wagon wheels. If I keep the percentages in check, though, I'll probably, do some floor pulls. I don't want to get too far away from that for, 12 weeks at a time. So I'll maybe sprinkle in some deadlifts from the floor, every few weeks. Again, as I'm not going to be pushing these really hard or anything like that. Just, technique and force production. And then I do intend on spamming some accessory movements really hard with my lower body days. Like non-spinal loaded stuff, why am I having a brain fart? Leg extensions, hamstring curls, some reverse hypers, back extensions, things like that, going really hard on those for the duration of this. Cardio, I'm going to have to cut back on. The only power lifter in the world who is disappointed about cutting back on cardio. So on my primary bench day, I'll probably do like 15 minutes of list cardio, maybe 20, before I start my lifting. And then after my lifting, I'll limit it to 30 minutes, I guess. I'm disappointed about this. And then on my lower body day, which will be on Sunday, I'll probably just go ahead and spam the cardio per normal. And then throughout the week, Monday through Friday, I typically do 30 to 45 minutes of list in the morning. I don't see any reason to get rid of that. So yeah, that's what's going on. Peace.